That's a new beginning for all of us because of we wasn't even have a place to stay. We was always stay in the backyard. Our child asks us if can I call this if it's my home. So I feel ashamed about that because of it's not my home, it's someone's home, but I just sat there. We didn't ask permission, we just came.
The situation at Isiqalo Informal Settlement is basically symptomatic of the problems with urban housing in the city of Cape Town. It can be summarized as being a pressure cooker on the boil. There's massive expansions of informal settlements, thousands of people coming into the city every year. Pressures on the ability of the municipality to make urban land available. So what that is really leading to is a situation where occupations of land illegally are taking place, and Vanguard is an example of one of those.
I don't have a job. There's no one can take me. So I end up fixing the phones for my living. Before I came here, I was working in Checkers as a chef baker, but on that time I was still having money to pay the rent, so I wasn't bothering myself to come in there on that time. So when I don't have a job anymore, I try to say I must go there. There is a people staying there. That people they're unemployed. That people they don't have money, same like me. So if I can go there, I can find a good place to stay. So if I can have a 20 rand, so that means I can make something, I can buy something for it.
Imbang bandise apha Isiqalo apho ben renta khona for 8 years. Imali rent over andisebenzi andipay na grant. Khumbula uba ngaba andisenakwazi ukuphinda back kwindawo sasikuzo ngoba andisenandawo andikwazi uba asinakwazi ukuka.
I used to stay here behind the garage, behind Celtic's garage. Yeah, there used to be a broken house there. The reason why I moved here because the owner told us we must there before he's gonna break it down. If we can get houses, then yeah, we'll move. But for now, it's alright to stay here.
We wasn't have anywhere to go and get the water. We was always go to the Samora and the Kosovo, Nyanga to get the water. And for the 20-liter bucket, you pay the 5 rand, and we have to pay the transport. It was far away from us. It's only 1 bucket for the week, and then for this week you don't have the 5 rand again to get the water. So we was struggling to do that. You go straight to Natalie Ben. She's our councillor. She said no, we can't put the water there because of private land. We start to burn the tires on that time, and because of that, when we burn the tires, they wrote us another email. They said no, we can provide only on the boundaries. So we do appreciate that because of we was in the habit before. There was a city guys came here. They said they want to put the numbers on the houses. He just said no, we'll collect the number of the people they are here now for the services. I found out later on they was just came to collect the people for the eviction order. All that numbers they are putting on our shacks here, there's all on that eviction order. We would decide what we're gonna do now because we don't have enough money to hire the lawyer, so we must find out the legal resources lawyers.
They approached us with 2 court applications for an eviction brought by the private landowners of the 2 plots over here. One is by a sand mining enterprise, and the other by a demolishing company, who were instructed by the city actually of Cape Town to bring the eviction application. What we needed to do then was to determine the scale, how many people were living on the property, how many families, how many children. So we came and we assessed that it was actually quite a large-scale eviction application where there are 1,500 households that live here and that will oppose the application and will act for them.
The government, they are already failing us. If you're staying on the backyard dweller, there is a house in front of you. There is no one can recognize if there is a people on the back. When we have this place, we can come in and collect each other to make the government must recognize us.
Undermined, because they can't fight
These are extremely complex matters because it's owned by a private landowner who says that they've got commercial interests to mine the sand here, that they're losing money as a result of people living here. But really the question of the delivery of access to houses and the responsibility on the state to deliver access to adequate housing is obviously at the forefront of the balancing between people's entitlement to live.
The city, if they can buy this land, that would be better for us. Or else they must buy another land for us. We don't want to be far on the workplace. We also want to work, as I'm not working, and there is a lot of people that are not working here, but they're still looking for the work. So if they can put us far away, where can we go straight to the Cape Town to find the work?
Yeah, yes, sometimes and the bong of make a look and so stand the same, some of the Liban candy town. And more pie strategy, Funekba Upe for Landa or Puyo Pagmas Pan, out of the car. Go to land out. The Latin woman who got pulled over them had been and I will them had the Jaguar to Jap.
I'm throwing this rubble here because for the water not to go inside the houses. That's why, because some kids is getting sick and all that stuff. That's why we're doing this. I don't have a job. I'm helping people, building hockeys and all this stuff, or I'm collecting scrap. That's how I'm making my money.
People want a home, a secure home, a safe home, where they can live safely with their families, provide for their families in a way that that still enables them to have some reasonable, decent life opportunities for themselves and for their children. They would like the city or the state to purchase the land or to expropriate the land and to build a more formal housing scheme here on the property. But also if the city were to come within with an alternative space for them to move to, I think people would be amenable to that, provided that was assisted and through a consultative process. We cannot tolerate a situation where people are living out on the streets. And even in the conditions here at Isiqalo, we cannot tolerate a situation where there's inadequate access to basic services which the municipality ought to provide at the very least. We're at the beginning of a very long road, and it's up to them and acting through their committee to tell us and work with us to tell us how we can take it forward and get a good solution.